Whenever you're ready, Teresa, I am as well.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in to an episode of the special edition of the Choose Optimism podcast brought to you by Optimism International. We'll continue our journey talking to past international junior golf players. And today we have Maddox Rakers from Aviston, Illinois, who's our 2025 17th place winner. Maddox, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Shane. It's a pleasure.
Well, one of the things we talk about on our Optimist this podcast is an Optimist story. You don't really have an Optimist story, but tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved in golf.
Well, so actually, when I was 5 years old on Father's Day, my dad plays in a Father's Day scramble normally, and they were one person short, and he asked me to fill in for him. I wasn't much of a golfer then, was pretty bad, but I joined him, and ever since then, I've grown a love for the sport, and I've never looked back.
Your dad got you involved in golf. Do you guys play quite a bit together?
Yeah, me, my dad, and I have a younger brother. We're all three pretty heavy into golf.
That's pretty exciting that you have a family aspect of it. Tell us a little bit about your qualifier, the course and where it was, and kind of some of the things you did for the qualifier.
So I played at Red Tail Run in Decatur, Illinois. And day one, I didn't play my best. Nothing was really falling. I hit a couple rough drives. I ended with a 79. I battled out a 79 on day one. And I was in fourth place, down three, going into day two. Day two, I was playing just a bunch of boring golf, just a bunch of pars. Hole 15 finally changed. I parred the first 14 holes. Hole 15, I bogeyed. Then I parred the last three. Ended up shooting a 73 with 17 pars, one bogey. And that was enough to get me the comeback win and end up winning by two, jumping from fourth place to first.
Wow, is there a hole that really sticks out in your mind, like a shot by shot you can give us that really stuck out and got you motivated?
Uh, Not really from this year, but I was there the last 2 years, and I've been lucky to qualify all 3 years I've been there. But just the first 2 years I was there, I felt like I kind of let the course eat me up, if you will. And I was not willing to let that happen this year. So I put my head down and really just grinded. And then all I wanted was to place well, and I that's what I did.
Are you looking forward to your qualifier for this year?
Yes, I am. I really like the course too. It's a really well organized, well run tournament, and it's a lot of fun.
Did you have any contact with an Optimist club before your qualifier?
Well, so actually, my neighboring town, which is like 5 minutes away, Breeze, Illinois, they have an Optimist club, and they host a qualifier at my home course, Ben Oak. It's just a little 9 hole, but we play anyone. It's a free tournament. Anyone that gets in, and then the first place finisher in that, they'll actually pay your initiation fee into the qualifier to get to the qualifier, and then through the qualifier, obviously you can qualify for Trump.
So you actually knew what an Optimist club kind of was before you got into a qualifier.
Yeah, because yeah, my Breeze, that's where I go to high school. That's where my home course is. I'm a member there. They have an Optimist club there in town.
Let's talk a little bit about when you got to Florida and some of the things you were looking forward to when you're playing the golf tournament down there. And which course did you play?
So I played Blue Monster day one, and then I played Golden Palm day two, and then there's a cut line. If you make the cut, you play Blue Monster on day three. If you miss the cut, they put all them players in like their own separate tournament, if you will, called the Clash of Challengers, maybe. They're basically playing for their own tournament on day three, the ones who didn't make the cut, which I was lucky enough. Day one, I played solid, just couldn't get many putts to drop, but overall played well. I shot 78. Day two, I went on to Golden Palm. I was playing really well. And then wheels started to fall off. I was able to hold them on to keep a 78, which not my greatest. Wasn't at the moment I wasn't happy with it, but looking back, it's still a pretty good score for how tough them courses are. And then I was lucky enough to make the cut. And going into day three, I was in 34th place. In day three, I shot a 75 and I jumped up to 17th place. So I jumped up 17 spots on day three. And I'm just really proud of the way I battled day three because it was the worst conditions of all the days by far. And I was playing really well. I had one bad hole, but overall I played really solid, and I was really glad with the way I played this year in Doral.
Is there a hole that really sticks out in your memory about the Blue Monster? Because we've had a lot of people tell us some of the difficulties they've had going to the Blue Monster.
Yeah, hole 18 on Blue Monster. It's one of the hardest holes in golf, and I stand over that tee ball. Just all the thoughts of what could happen are in your head, and it's one of the harder tee shots you'll ever hit if any of you guys get a chance to go out there and play it. There's water left, trees right, the rough is super thick, and the water bends in and then it jets in and then goes back out. But I just I just kind of stood over it and said, don't think about it too much and just kind of hit it. And lucky enough, I was able to hit good drives both days, day one and day three.
Is there a hole that sticks out in your memory as your worst hole?
Yeah, definitely hole 10. I was there a couple years ago and that water on the left, it's a hard dogleg left par five with the water on the left. And I had a start on it this year. In the previous year when I was there, which was 3 years ago, I hit in the water on my first tee shot too. This year on day three, I hit it in the water, first tee shot of the day. So I was thinking, wow, this is off to a great start. And then I ended up making a bogey and I was able to bounce back on hole 11, which was my second hole of the day, and make 15 footer for birdie to get back to even. And then it was smooth sailing from there pretty much on day three.
Tell us a little bit about some of the relationships you made with the international players that were playing with you.
It's just I played with a kid from Panama, I think, and then where else? I can't think of it at the moment, but just it's cool to be able to. There's kids from all over the world trying to achieve the same thing you are in junior golf, just trying to make it to the next level and really just putting in the work and getting to experience these great opportunities just like I am.
Did you do anything outside the tournament? Like, could you go anywhere fun with your family while you were in Miami?
So me and my dad and I, we went 3 days early, and first we stayed at the JW Turnberry for a night. We played that course to just another hard, difficult golf course, kind of freshen up the game before, and it was just relaxed, fun, while still working on my swing before the tournament. And then my dad and I, we played in the next morning we went to Trump and we played in the like father son scramble on Blue Monster, which that was really fun. Where I got to spend time with my dad and play on one of the nicest courses I've ever played on. And then I played my practice round the next day on Golden Palm. And then each night, my dad and my family they came before round one of the tournament the night before. We would go out to dinner somewhere. I would try and get off the resort just to get my mind off golf for a while because it's a playing that difficult course, it's just really stressful and it's good to get your mind off it, I feel. So we would just like we went down to the beach area, had dinner on the beach one night, and just one night we looked at boats and we're we're a boating family, so that just little things like that while I'm not golfing. I feel like it's good to take my mind off of it.
What were some of your experiences during the tournament and like stuff that was going on at the tournament for you?
Uh, the like there was this long drive contest I participated in, but didn't do too hot. And then just like after the round, you would talk to so many people, and it's just cool to get to know other kids that you might see again, you might never, but just get to know them. It's cool because there's kids from all over the world, and just get to know them, and you'd see them. I mean, you see them all week, so why not get to know them for at least that week?
Did an Optimist Club help sponsor you to get to Miami? I know you had mentioned they play if you win, they pay your the entry into the qualifier. But did an Optimist Club help sponsor you to get to Florida?
Yeah, so the Illinois Optimist, since I won the qualifier in Decatur, they paid $700 of my way, and then my mom and dad covered the rest for me.
That's very exciting that an Optimist Club sponsored you. We haven't had a lot of those during these interviews. What and do you fundraise for yourself at all, or just had your parents help cover the other costs? Do you do any fundraising of your own just to cover costs?
I didn't do any fundraising myself. My dad covered the rest.
Tell us your experience with the Optimist International staff and the volunteers at the tournament.
They're just all I. They're all just super friendly, always willing to help. And there's a guy, I think his name's Bill. He's from he lives probably 15, 20 minutes away from me in Highland, Illinois. And he was actually in Trump at the same time as me, and he was at my Illinois qualifier. And he's always treated me great. And he's just it was nice to see him there. And then a lot of the faces I remember from being there my first time, which was 3 years ago, they're just all supportive. And whether it's on the course, whether you're going through a ruling when you might not be in the best mood because you might not be in the best spot, but they're always supportive, always. They're good people to be around.
A lot of our junior golfers have been telling us about the greens that they played on. Tell us a little bit about your experience with the greens.
So actually, I like greens like that. I like putting's one of my strong suits. So I like difficult greens because I feel like it gives me an edge. I I went the whole week, all 54 holes of tournament play without a three putt. So that's what I think helped me play well because them greens are tough. So I just focus on two putt and everything, and every once in a while one falls. So I'd rather play on difficult greens because I trust myself with a putter.
So the greens didn't scare you down there very much.
No, I wasn't too nerve wracked about the greens. I can always believe in my putter normally.
What advice would you give to somebody that's getting ready to play in a qualifier and they're nervous and not sure if they should participate in the qualifier?
Participate. The worst that can happen is you not make it, and if you don't participate, you're not going to make it anyway. And I'm assuming all the qualifiers like the ones in Decatur, it's a well run event, it's fun, and it's a true test of golf, I feel.
What advice would you have somebody getting ready if they made the after they made the qualifier going to Florida because you they obviously want to be in your shoes heading to Florida?
I'd tell them it's an awesome place. I'd tell them make sure you enjoy the place rather than just get eat up yourself with it. Because my first year, I didn't play my greatest, and I was just getting so frustrated. And finally, on day three, I told myself, I'm lucky to be here. Just enjoy it while I'm here. It's a beautiful course. And obviously, if you're playing great, it's just a cherry on top. But the experience, the chance to get there and making memories is the most important part.
So you're right in your middle of your high school career. Do you play high school golf, and what are the experiences that helped you prepare for these tournaments?
Yeah, I play high school golf. I've been on Modern Day Catholic High School's varsity golf team at freshman year and now my sophomore year. I've been on varsity both years. My freshman year, we played in the state tournament. Uh, we didn't play our greatest. We didn't play terrible. We got fifth as a team. And then I ended up getting 23rd as an individual as a freshman, which I was proud of. And then we, this year or past year, we won all regular season tournaments but one. We were pretty good. We were ranked number three in the state, I think. And we just had a rough day at sectionals and we sadly didn't make it out, but it was still an unforgettable season with boys I love.
What are some of your ambitions after high school?
Uh, my goal is to try and play golf at high collegiate level, and we'll see if it gets there. But I want to put my head down and grind till I can get there. And these upcoming summers are the most important. My sophomore and junior, which really my sophomore is really important. So I need to have a good summer this year, which I'm going to try and make sure I do.
Do you have any idea what you want to study while you're in college, and or maybe pursue a career in pro golf?
Well, pro golf would be amazing, and that's a dream, but you always got to have a backup plan. I'm thinking sales, marketing, but I don't exactly know what, just something in that category.
You could always pursue being a pro at a golf course and be hit the pro leagues that way.
That has been a thought, but we'll see, I guess. Anything can happen.
Well, Maddox, I can't tell you how much we appreciate you taking the time to visit with us and tell us about your experiences in the golf tournament. And I really thank you for because I think our listeners appreciate hearing from you, kids that participate, and letting us know that what they're doing makes a difference.
Yep. Thank you, Shane.